Hey y'all, it's Natalie for Wow Embossing, and I have a fun Harry Potter theme layout for you today. I have pulled out a few of my sparkly star type powders, and I'm going to use them on this background with these awesome feathers that are from Minté. They're chippies. And I'm going to use some stars and little like starbursts and sunbursts from this Heidi Swap stamp set. I am also using the Echo Park Witches and Wizards collection. So I have this photo of my cute little kid on his birthday. He got this fun, really fuzzy Harry Potter blanket and the new illustrated 5th book. So he was curled up on the couch with his pup, ready to get started reading the 5th book. He turned 10 and the 5th book gets dark. So I was kind of like holding him off a little while, but it's time. It's going to wreck him. It's going to wreck me, but we're going to do it. We're big Potterheads in this house. If you haven't read it, it'll wreck you, but it's worth it. You should do it. So I'm doing each color one bit at a time. So I'm kind of stamping these clusters of stars sporadically around where I'm going to set my photo. And then first I'm going to do like this gold one, and then I'll go in and do different colors so that none of the powders overlap with one another, and I can get a lot of good shine. And I'm also using this dry paintbrush to kind of rub off any excess powder that sticks anywhere that I don't want it. And now I'm going to heat set it. I'm going to zoom in. This one is an ultra high powder, so it really puffs up really nicely. I originally created this video for the WoW channel, so you can catch a different version of that over on their channel. I'll link below, but I will also link below with my affiliate link if you would like to go purchase these powders or the gun or the ink, because they're all fabulous and they really elevate your project, specifically your scrapbooking, if you're following me, to the next level. It's so fun to include heat embossing on your scrapbook pages. If you're like me, I super love glitter, but nobody wants like a mess of glitter all over their page. But that's the beauty of embossing powder, is that when you cure it with your heat gun, there's no more mess, right? It's not going to spread. It's not going to transfer. It's not going to get all over anything. It's not going to drop to the bottom of your page protectors. So I love it. And you can see right there, I'm adding a bunch of glitter to the starry background of my Harry Potter page. And there's no other better way to add glitter to a scrapbook layout than heat embossing. So I'm kind of like switching up my stamps as I go, different little clusters and patterns, because I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. But I just wanted all of the stamps to be peeking out from behind my photo. So now I'm going to go in with it's a black one. I think it's called Midnight, but it's black with maybe some silver glitter in it. So it doesn't like show up a lot on the black background, but it gives a really nice sheen to it. I really like. I love doing like the same color, so tone on tone, I guess. Heat embossing, super fun, super good effect that you will get to that. So good. I love it. And it's really quick. You don't have to zap it very long. You actually shouldn't zap it very long because the heat gun gets very hot and you could scorch your paper or cause a fire. No, not really. I mean, you probably could if you really tried, but you could warp the paper or like melt the powder to the point where it doesn't look nice. I don't know. Just real quick. Keep it quick. So the title, I'm going to use these foam thickers, and it's going to say, Let's Snuggle Muggle. And I am going to use these Minté chippies. They are different little feather bits, because I think Heath's favorite character, he would say Harry Potter, but also he loves Hedwig. So they're reminiscent of Hedwig, Harry's owl. So I'm going to use some white puff sparkly heat embossing powder to make these feathers white. So I'm just going to press them into the pad, fully immerse them in the powder, and I'm going to do 2 coats. So basically, anytime I'm covering an item like this, or like if I'm covering cardstock to use as like die cut cardstock, I'm going to do 2 coats of the powder, and it just really gives a fabulous coverage, sheen, makes it nice and glossy. Always recommend doing 2. And once you heat set it, once it's cooled down, which is just a few seconds, then you can reapply it to your ink pad and it will be fine and you won't transfer or anything. It's fabulous. So now I'm using the Wow Embossing pen to just color little random bits of the feathers, because I do want to add in a little bit of silver, because Hedwig has some silver or gray in her feathers. They are not pure white, so I am just using the pen to sporadically add little bits of color, and it really gives me a lot of control on where I can add the additional heat embossing powder. I think this one is called silver, polished silver. That's it, polished silver. Loving that. And I'm going to kind of tie those together and put them on the left side of the photo there, so they're not hiding any of the photo bits that I wanted to show. And I have printed off a little bit of journaling. I did some like craft paper, and I'm gonna rough up the edges really well and ink them up so it'll kind of look like old paper, old parchment, which is what they would use in a Harry Potter world setting. And I'm going to, excuse me, heat emboss some cardstock to use those awesome banners on. So there's houses in Harry Potter, and they celebrate their houses a lot, and that's kind of like what the crest of the blanket is. It's the different houses. So I decided to use some of the Gryffindor colors. Well, I don't know. I use a bronze, but anyway, it looks really good. A couple of different colors here that I'm heat embossing, and then I'll use those to cut out those little banners. I just got those dies from the Heidi Swap shop, and those are fabulous. I'm going to be using those a ton. So I die cut those with my Sizzix, which you can also find a link down below for that. I am proud to say I have a Sizzix affiliate link now as well, and I use my Big Shot, I would say, on like 90+% of my layouts. So highly recommended. If you need any advice on die cutting, talk to your girl. I will enable you to buy that machine because I love it so much. Anyway, so I have those banners that you can see over there on the right that I cut out. So they're going to be a part of my embellishment. It's time to start building the layout. I used a bit of twine to tie those two feathers together. And then I'm going to use my Nuva adhesive to stick them down. They're chippy. I mean, they're chipboard, but like they're very lightweight chipboard. They're not going to be super bulky, and they don't require a lot of glue to hold them down because they are nice and lightweight. So I'm going to put my glitter title down. Have I mentioned that I like glitter? I mean, I love glitter. Let's Snuggle Muggle is the title, and I'm going to put the little journaling bit there. I typed it really small. I might regret all that someday when I'm old and it's hard to read, but we'll get a magnifying glass out if we need to. So I'm loving how that looks so far. I have these banner bits that kind of go with the other little die cut banner I did. I try to stick them there, but then I decide that covers up all of the stars that I just did. So I decided to stick them in the top right corner. And those are from the ephemera pack by Echo Park Witches and Wizards. And so I roughed up the edges and I inked them up, and I'm going to combine them with the Heidi Swap die cut banner. And then that little owl is from the Spellbound collection by Memory Place. And that is found at A Cherry on Top. They carry that brand. And I think it is a Japanese brand, and they are super cute. They have a lot of fun stuff, but their Spellbound collection is my favorite, I think. So I'm going to stick Hedwig down. So I liked that it mimicked, having the feather over there and just another little Harry Potter element on the page. And that's a little ephemera piece from Witches and Wizards, so I'm going to give it the same treatment that I've given all the other embellishments, and I think we're going to call it a day soon. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this layout together. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to put all my affiliate links down below if you would like to go shopping. You definitely, if you haven't already, you need to add some Wow embossing powders to your collection. Like I said, they will elevate your scrapbook layouts to the next level without so much of a mess. Like they really give you the shine, the sheen, the glitter that you would love, but without any kind of mess in your page protector. Thanks so much for watching, and I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.